Let me restart that. So next, let's talk about the list of exhibitors and vendors. So why do we care about these people? Well, they're part of the reason why you're being able to go to the convention. They give BGGCon giveaways. They give money to help support the event. These people are also offering products that you might get at a better deal than on their website or if you bought it at their store or whatever. So these people are going to hopefully offer you some really good value, some really good deals on games. And maybe you might also, a lot of them will demo games. So you might demo a product or a game that hasn't hit the market yet. So you can kind of give some feedback to the designer. Or a game that hasn't come out yet that you really want to try out, great. They have it, a copy, you can play it. And sometimes games that you can't get in other places, they'll have plenty of copies of there as well. For example, I know when Bitoku came out, it was kind of hard to get, or Brazilian Imperial, I believe Geek Out had some of those. And I think Common Ground is another one that is from Dallas. Geek Out is in Burleson. And so those companies will try to give you opportunities to buy things. The other thing is the BGG store. So a lot of times they'll have, like I run Geek Game Days, they'll have their own merchandise. So you can get a bag that says BGG on it. You can get a shirt. You can get keychains. You can get dice. You can get, these are easy to get items on their store, but on their online store. But since you're already there, you're also helping support BGG by buying these items. And it's kind of fun to have some flair, some swag, kind of reminds you of your experience in years to come or whatnot. So the BGG store often is where you can get a board game bag. I just want to throw that out there. Usually they'll run good deals. Oftentimes, might be $5 off, $10 off. Sometimes it's the same price as the store online, but most of the time I've found, at least when I purchase things, it's better than what you can get online. A lot of times they'll have upgrade bits for different games, but not always. So it kind of depends which game you're looking for. If it's a hot game, potentially yes. But regardless, I would go check it out and see what they have. So the exhibitor hall is typically not open on Tuesday, but I believe it's open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'd have to take a look and double check on that. But basically, I would go it's only available during the day too. A good thing to consider is the exhibitor hall is open on Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it's kind of like usually late morning to before supper. So usually if I'm going to go to the exhibitor hall, I try to go to around lunchtime or say around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because they'll often shut everything down and close off part of one of the rooms to where you can't even go in there anymore. So definitely would try to do that either morning or afternoon because they're closed at nighttime. On Sunday, they're actually open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So they close a little early on Sunday. So those are the sponsors. You might also thank them. A lot. We talked about having an attitude of gratitude. I would go and if you buy something from people, just say, hey, thank you for sponsoring this event. This is a great event. Thank you for helping make this happen. And just listen to what they have to say. A lot of times they'll have great insights into what's going on in the industry, what new games are coming out. There's 30 or 40 sponsors. I'm sure that they're all great. I'm going to talk about some of the ones that I know and that I would recommend, I guess. And so besides the BGG store, I would go to the Common Grounds games. It's a game store. They usually have pretty good deals there. Dead Mimic Games, I think they're the ones that I tried out their game, and they have a Kickstarter and coming up, and pretty fun little game, two-player game. I'm not sure how to say this. Czech Games Editions, CGE. You probably know their games. CGE has some great games. Galaxy Trucker. They have Terraform Mars. They have Lost Ruins of Arnok. So I definitely recommend going and seeing them. Dragon Phoenix Games, they actually, if you're interested in cooperative games, they typically have a booth at most conventions. And they typically take games and turn them into cooperative variants, which is kind of interesting. They also have their own games that they are trying to launch or sell as well. If you're interested in war games, decision games is kind of the place to go, I believe. Let's see, Fireside Games is another really good one. They have good games. So Geek Out, I would also recommend them. They have 2 locations. They actually just opened up a second location in Mansfield. They're also in Burleson, so if you are local to DFW, I might check them out. A few others I'm familiar with is Gray Fox Games, and then Indie Game Studios and Stronghold Games. Stronghold in particular, I really like. Terraforming Mars, Ares, I believe. Let's see, they also have Wingspan. They also have any of the Stronghold games.
Like, what is it like
So the great thing about this is a lot of times you'll be talking to some of the content creators themselves, if it's a smaller company, or people that are in the industry. So they'll be able to tell you what's coming out in their company, what you can expect. Sometimes they'll have some exclusives that they can offer you, better pricing, all the things you might expect when you are at a convention, and you can talk directly to people. They're also usually very friendly. They want you to be there, so they want you to talk about their games. And if you talk about their games, then maybe someone else will also come up and talk about their games as well. Sometimes there's promo cards. Sometimes there's giveaways. Sometimes there's raffles. It just kind of depends. Most of the time, though, the better deals, honestly, the better deals you're going to get from the game stores are probably within the first hour that they open on Wednesday, because they have a certain amount of stock of whatever they're trying to sell at a discount as a really good deal. And you should probably try to get in line then, the first hour that they're open, because that's when you're going to see a lot of the good deals. They'll also provide some good deals throughout the weekend, but definitely would say that. And a lot of times towards the end of the convention, you might go and just say, hey, do you have any special deals you're offering on Saturday or Sunday? And they'll say, yeah, sure, we got this, and that, Let's see. Pegasus Games is a good one too. Riftway is a good publisher. So there's just a whole list of games, and there'll be people that are available and willing. They'll have banners and signs. There might even be someone there that doesn't even have a game complete, and they want you just to try it and play test their game. So to kind of wrap that up with the sponsors, you should, if you're traveling from out of town, you should leave space in your luggage to bring back games. If you're going to check out the sponsor and exhibitors, I would say bring a bag or buy one of the bags there, and have something you can carry games, because you're probably going to find some things that you want or that you want to try out and take home. So these are the sponsors that I would recommend. However, they're all great. So I would definitely try to stop by as many booths as you have time to do. So in fact, I might even schedule, in my own convention experience, I try to schedule either a morning or an afternoon where I just kind of spend just walking up and down the aisles. So that's what I would do personally. If you want, like and subscribe, and I'm sure I'll be putting out more of this content and other board game related content soon. Thanks for stopping by.